Hey, what's up, everybody? Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com. We're talking some NFL Monday Night Football. Going to have the side between the Eagles and Chargers in just a moment. Couple of quick notes. We're off an 8-4 weekend, turned a profit. 3-2 in college and pro football, and eked out a profit in college and pro football. We split the top plays, and we'll look to rack it up and do it again. Next football card will be released this coming Thursday. I'll talk a little bit more about what's on that football card as we get closer to Thursday. We're going to kick off the week on Monday with a 7-star play in afternoon action in soccer. We're 4-0 and over $2,000 won so far in the month of December with soccer, including a 7-star win last Wednesday. The long-term run in soccer now up over $6,000. In fact, you see it on your screen there, 63.10 to be exact. So we'll kick things off afternoon action with a 7-star in soccer, and then we will look to finish up strong with an NFL prop on Monday night. And you see the prop run, 100 wins against only 67 defeats, and up over $8,800. So that's what's going on for me on Monday on my homepage at DocSports.com. No NBA, no college basketball for me on Monday. Very short card in both of those leagues, and we'll return on Tuesday, but I just didn't like anything when I handicapped the pro and college card. All right, let's get to the free play for tonight. The comp play is the Eagles and Chargers as they do battle at SoFi. This game at 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. And a couple of weeks ago, the Eagles led Dallas, you'll recall, 21-0. We had Dallas. Things looked grim. And then the Cowboys came storming back, won that game 24-21, got us the win. Very happy about that. But the Eagles, since leading Dallas 21-0, have been outscored 48-15, and they're 0-2 in those two games. The loss to Dallas, of course, and then the most recent loss. And if you watch what this team was doing, they had won 4 in a row before the loss to Dallas, but the offense was sluggish. It was struggling in those games during that winning streak. But I expect a refocused effort from the Eagles tonight, a return to a lot more of what they were doing early in the season when they began with 4 straight wins. I mean, we saw Jalen Hurts running with the football, over and over 9 and 10 times a game through those first 4 games. And he's really dropped off until I think it was last week he had 9 or 10. But the bottom line is that I do expect to see that type of offense that we saw in the first 4 games of the season for Philly than what we've seen of late. And I think that does mean that Hurts will probably carry the football more than he has for a good chunk of this season, where the passing game struggles a little bit. Also, when Saquon's not running like he did last year, we might see Hurts pull the ball down and even call his own number a little bit more here. And then there is the banged up, battered offensive line of the Chargers. Speaking of offensive line real quick, I wanted to mention, of course, Lane Johnson's still out for Philly, and that is a negative, but I think they'll find ways to overcome that here. Back to the Chargers. That offensive line, as everybody knows, is battered and bruised and banged up. It's haunted this team, virtually the entire season. And they've been fortunate of late. They faced a pretty soft slate, and it's allowed them to win 4 of 5 games. But if you look at their entire work this season, the Chargers, they have a grand total of 2 wins against teams who currently are above 500. They had 2 more wins against the Las Vegas Raiders, the hapless Raiders. I always joke and say we're still waiting for an NFL team to move to Vegas. This Raiders organization is absolutely pathetic, not just what you see on the field. Anyway, back to this game. I do believe this is a tough spot for the Chargers and a solid spot to back Philly. So we're going to recommend to play on the Eagles right now, laying 2 to 2.5 points as of 2 a.m. Eastern time Monday morning. The Eagles over the Chargers. And again, you can check out all my plays on my homepage each and every day of the week at DocSports.com. Again, we're going to kick things off this week on Monday afternoon with a 7-star play in soccer. Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com. Let's put him in the win column, everybody.